Granny pitches in. Carole Middleton and Kate's brother James visit new royal baby as naming frenzy builds and Prince Charles jokes Jerry's a strong name. Doting grandmother Carole Middleton picked Prince George today and took him home to see his new baby brother, as his father teased about potential names. Kate's family, including proud grandparents Michael and Carole Middleton, her sister Pippa and brother James, have all pitched in to help and been to Kensington Palace to have a cuddle with the new arrival. Prince William said his newborn son was in good form and behaving himself as he joked about potential names at an Anzac Day service. Prince Charles, however, has been unable to see his new grandson as he was in Scotland on a private break when the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's third child was born on Monday morning. Bookmakers, meanwhile, have suspended bets on the baby being named Alexander following a flurry of late bets. The Duke and Duchess have been caring for their 2-day-old son at Kensington Palace, where they are settling into life as a family of 5. While the nation waits to find out what the baby Prince of Cambridge will be called, William returned to royal duties today by joining Prince Harry and Meghan Markle at an Anzac Day service in London. As William met Sir Gerry Mcpry, New Zealand High Commissioner to the UK in Westminster Abbey, the Dean of Westminster joked about the eagerly anticipated name, saying, "Jerry would like it to be Jerry." William replied, "Jerry's a strong name." Asked how mother and baby is, William replied, "They're very well thanks." He said they are in good form, luckily, and added, "Sleeping's going reasonably well so far, so he's behaving himself, which is good news." Last night Prince Charles travelled down from the Highlands to France, where he was at a dawn service this morning to mark the centenary of the Battle of Villers-Bretaux on behalf of the Queen, alongside the Prime Ministers of Australia and France. This means he won't see the latest addition to his family until tonight or tomorrow morning at the earliest. Asked how mother and baby is, William replied, "They're very well thanks." He said they are in good form, luckily, and added, "Sleeping's going reasonably well so far, so he's behaving himself, which is good news." Last night Prince Charles travelled down from the Highlands to France, where he was at a dawn service this morning to mark the centenary of the Battle of Villers-Bretaux on behalf of the Queen, alongside the Prime Ministers of Australia and France. This means he won't see the latest addition to his family until tonight or tomorrow morning at the earliest. Both Prince George and Princess Charlotte are frequent visitors to Kate's family home, Bucklebury Manor, a haven of tranquility for the royal children, who can run around the 18-acre grounds without a care in the world and collect fresh eggs from the Middletons' chicken coop. According to sources, the Middletons are virtually retired from the day-to-day running of their successful business, Party Pieces, and therefore able to help out whenever needed. Charles, on the other hand, has huge official commitments, including almost 600 public engagements a year, as well as a growing number of official duties on behalf of the elderly Queen, and has to ask his diary team to schedule in time with his young grandchildren. But he does dote on the youngsters. Both George, 4, and Charlotte, who will turn 3 next week, have handmade wooden swings in the garden at Anmer, carved with their names, courtesy of their grandpapa, and there is sure to be a third joining them, when William and Kate eventually decide on a name. The Countess of Wessex, who is married to William's uncle, Prince Edward, revealed to the Mail yesterday that even they hadn't been given a hint, although the bookmaker's clear favorite is Arthur. She said, "The jury's out on that one. I don't know, we're all just going to have to wait and see." During a visit to Tregel's school in Truro, Cornwall, mother of 2 Sophie added, "I'm thrilled for them all, it's lovely, really good news." It is anticipated, in line with other royal births, including Charlotte, that the name will be released by Kensington Palace today by press release and on social media. The Queen, who is at Windsor this week, will likely be informed by phone as to the name of her 6th great-grandchildren. She also may not see him until the weekend, when it is likely that William and Kate will bring their new son to the castle to see both herself and Prince Philip, who is currently recovering there from a hip replacement and unable to travel. Kate and William keep world waiting before they reveal new royal baby's name. Royalists and bookmakers alike have waited patiently since Monday to find out the name of Prince William and Kate Middleton's new arrival. More than 100,000 bets were placed across the UK betting industry on the baby name, with Arthur leading the way this morning as the bookmakers' favorite. But this afternoon bookies William Hill suspended betting after a major gamble saw the odds of Alexander tumble from 14-1 into even money in the space of an hour. Favorite at the start of the day, Arthur, drifted from 5/2 to 11/4. The baby, William and Kate's third child, was born on Monday at 11:01 am weighing 8 pounds 7 ounces. Royals traditionally keep the public guessing before revealing their choice of name. William and Kate will want to share the name with the Queen and the rest of their family before making it public. Bookmakers reported a late flurry of bets on Albert, the name of Queen Victoria's beloved consort, and the actual first name of the Queen's father George VI. Another favorite was Philip, a lasting tribute to the Prince of Cambridge's great-grandfather and the middle name of Charles and William. Arthur, one of Charles's middle names. Arthur is also one of William's middle names and was a middle name of the Queen's father, George VI. The legendary King Arthur was the mythical leader of the Knights of the Round Table, who supposedly lived in the 5th or 6th century. Once popular, the name fell out of fashion but has had a revival in recent years. Former Prime Minister David Cameron has a son called Arthur Albert. Queen Victoria used to insist that the name Albert was used as a middle name by her descendants, if not a first, in honor of her much-loved consort Prince Albert. By choosing Albert or Bertie for a boy, William and Kate would be honoring Queen Elizabeth II's father, George VI. Who was actually Albert Frederick Arthur George but always known to his family as Bertie. Shy, stammering Bertie was forced to become king when his brother Edward VIII abdicated, but won the nation's affection by standing firm in London during the Second World War. Philip, a lasting tribute to the Duke of Edinburgh, could see a Prince of Cambridge called Philip. Both Charles and William have Philip as a middle name. The Duke, known for his dedication to duty and his acerbi quit, has been married to the Queen for more than 70 years and is the nation's longest-serving consort. Frederick, a Prince Freddie of Cambridge, would have a historical link to the first Duke of Cambridge. Prince Adolphus Frederick lived from 1774 to 1850 and was a son of George III. He was apparently very fond of interrupting church services by bellowing out by all means if the priest said "Let us pray." Charles William may have chosen to pay tribute to his father, but perhaps as a middle name, as it may be considered too similar to Charlotte. James could have been chosen to signify Kate's affection for her brother, the baby's uncle, James Middleton. William already has a cousin James, the Earl and Countess of Wessex's son, Viscount Severn. James is a Stuart name. James I, son of Mary, Queen of Scots, had been King of Scotland for 36 years as James VI when he became King of England in 1603. Other names. They could have chosen William as a middle name, but also perhaps Michael as a middle name out of respect for Kate's father. Kate's grandfather on her paternal side was called Peter, while on her maternal side, her grandfather was Ronald. Thomas also appears several times in Kate's family tree, as does Francis.